Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today we're wrapping up the WrestleMania DVD reviews. Still have a couple more to truck through, so WrestleMania 23. One of the better WrestleManias in my opinion. Pretty underrated show, I would say, but it's actually ranked well. A lot of people seem to enjoy WrestleMania 23. This is the 3-disc Ultimate Edition. First off, I'm not really a big fan of the McMahon and Trump stuff, but I can see where they were going here. It did a phenomenal buy rate of over 1 million pay-per-view buys. One of the biggest pay-per-view records they ever did. We got our WWE title match and our world title match on the cover. This is all embossed here, so it's really nice. Like I said in previous WrestleMania DVD reviews, they did alter the WrestleMania logo quite a bit here. They didn't use, the classic WrestleMania logo for whatever reason. We got a 9-hour runtime, a 2007 release. And this is one of my favorite Hall of Fame classes, or my favorite Hall of Fame class, actually. So DVDs were, pretty popular around this time. I don't think this is the best WrestleMania DVD, artwork-wise, but it is pretty cool. We got Chris Benoit there with the U.S. title. Great Khali and Kane. We got the Sandman. Got a shot of the Divas. And really cool is the Jeff Hardy Edge spot from the Money in the Bank ladder match. So it's like frame by frame. Really, really cool. And we have Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. Kennedy. I'm not the biggest fan of this stage either of WrestleMania 23, but it actually was really nice when I look back at it. So mine did not come with the insert, so I will run down the match listing in just a second, but artwork-wise, it's pretty plain and lazy in my opinion. We'll run down WrestleMania 21 and 22 after this, but you'll see what I mean. Like, WrestleMania 24, 25 were great artwork-wise. Not the best disc art either. Pretty plain. So this event was held at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Huge venue. Over 80,000 fans packed Ford Field there. So after 20 years, WrestleMania returns to Detroit for the biggest night in sports entertainment. The superstars of Raw, SmackDown, and ECW collide at Ford Field for WrestleMania 23. Relive 4 championship matches, including John Cena vs. Shawn Michaels, Batista, Undertaker. So let's run down the discs. Disc 1, we got our history of WrestleMania, and then Aretha Franklin sings America the Beautiful. Aretha Franklin was at WrestleMania 3, so how great was it to see Aretha Franklin 20 years later? We had our Money in the Bank ladder match between Jeff Hardy, Edge, Randy Orton, Booker T, Finlay, Mr. Kennedy, Matt Hardy, and CM Punk. We have highlights of The Condemned, Todd Grisham with Mr. Money in the Bank. So it goes this way. We have these all grown up vignettes where it's like, I'm all grown up now, and they show a kid evolving into, Batista and Stone Cold and all these different guys. I didn't really like those segments. I didn't really like them, no. We had Kane versus Great Khali in not the best match. Crime Time Dance Party. We had all the legends in there with Moolah, Mae Young, Eugene, Jerry Briscoe and then Farouk at the end with his damn. We had a U.S. title match, Chris Benoit versus MVP. Then we had Donald Trump interrupted by the Boogeyman. Undertaker versus Batista for the world title. Mr. McMahon playing with his granddaughter. The ECWs versus the New Breed. The WrestleMania 24 announcement. See, I was always really happy with the following WrestleMania being announced at WrestleMania. It seems now these days WrestleMania is announced like 2 years in advance, which I really don't like that. I like, watching WrestleMania and then seeing, the promo for the next year's WrestleMania. We had our hair versus hair match, Bobby Lashley versus Umaga. So ECW champion versus Intercontinental champion. We had the women's title match, Melina versus Ashley. Moving on to disc 2, John Cena versus HBK. And then we have all kinds of extras here with the Ford Field announcement, WrestleMania 23 countdown, a lot of all grown up vignettes, WrestleMania 23 tickets on sale, the press conference. We have a couple moments from Raw with Batista and Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Austin announced as ref. Also, we had Maria with CM Punk. Ric Flair and Carlito versus Chavo and Gregory Helms. This would be our pre-show match, a lumberjack match too. We had Aftermath on Raw with Lashley exposing Mr. McMahon's new bald head. Also, SmackDown with Batista asking for a rematch. Disc 3 would be our Hall of Fame ceremony with Nick Bockwinkel, the Wild Samoans, the original Sheik, Mr. Fuji, Jim Ross, Jerry Lawler, Mr. Perfect, and Dusty Rhodes. 2 hours and 50 minutes the Hall of Fame was. So overall, I really liked the 2007 Hall of Fame ceremony. Really, really like WrestleMania 23, minus the hair versus hair match. But I do understand that's what really sold WrestleMania here. Shawn Michaels, John Cena, a hell of a match. I think they went close to, 45 minutes. Undertaker and Batista weren't too happy being, like third or fourth match on the card, and I can understand why. Those guys had one of my favorite Undertaker WrestleMania matches. Undertaker winning the championship here. Hell of a moment. So let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania 23, guys. Take some time and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Peace.